For 25 years, Brightview Senior Living has been dedicated to creating an award-winning company culture so residents and families receive best-in-class services. Across our 50 communities, Brightview associates help deliver peace of mind, safety, security, transportation, daily programs, delicious food, and high-quality care if needed. Discover how our vibrant senior living communities can help you live your best life. Visit brightviewseniorliving.com to learn more. Equal housing opportunity.
Did you know the majority of women diagnosed with HER2-negative breast cancer may actually have low levels of HER2? If you or someone you love has been diagnosed with HER2-negative breast cancer, there may be more to know about the diagnosis. Go to myher2ihcscore.com to learn more.
If you're looking for the most epic place on Earth, let's start at the base of a massive waterfall. Then trek through the thick jungle. Then climb to the peak of a snowy mountaintop. Then once you get there, keep going. Because with intelligent 4x4 and 7 drive modes and a Nissan Pathfinder, the search is the real adventure.
Available feature. Intelligent 4x4 cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions.
Hey everyone, I'm Brian Austin Green.
I'm Sharna Burgess.
And I'm Randy Spelling.
And you are listening to Oldish, an iHeartRadio podcast.
Whipped cream or no whipped cream?
On what?
Avocado.
Oh, on an avo toast situation? Yeah, no whipped cream, thanks.
Right. Hi, everyone. Whipped cream, no whipped cream.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Welcome
Happy
to
holidays.
Oldish. These are the questions that we ask.
Baby, you're back.
I'm back. Yay. I'm super excited to be here.
It felt like you were gone forever.
I know. It's so good to have you back.
I got to, first of all, thank both of you. You guys did an amazing job holding it down while I was gone. But walking around an airport and killing time and listening to what you guys were doing, I was really itching to be a part of it. It was a bit depressing for me to hear because I so wanted to jump in with the, some of the silly things that I say or, ideas that I have. We had these amazing guests. Ian was on, Bobby Bones was on, who I met Bobby in Las Vegas.
Did you hear what he said about you?
Oh, something about that I was way more handsome in person.
Yeah. He's like, wow, he's really good looking, isn't he? He's a really good looking guy.
Thank you,
tall.
Bobby. Bobby's actually taller than I am. He's like 6'.
He's tall.
Yeah. He's like 6'2". I'm 6. But, thank you for calling me tall because I guess that means a lot to a lot of men.
It does. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess everyone wants to be tall.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Randy, you are at your mother-in-law's, right? For Thanksgiving.
Yes. At my mother-in-law's for a quick trip. And there's been a little bit of cooking. She's been doing a lot of the prep and the cooking. And I've been doing sort of breakfasts and lunches, and I'm happy to just sort of sit and I'll do the sous chefing and the cleaning, but to not have the responsibility of all of it feels very good to me this year.
Yeah. We actually ordered from a place that is doing all of the cooking for us, which is,
Yeah, we decided this year to keep it really easy. Honestly, we've done that for Christmases and Thanksgiving.
You spend so much time when you're preparing stuff. You're just gone. You're sort of in the kitchen locked up for the day,
right,
and everybody else is
hours or
running
days.
Yeah. And so this year is like, no, let's just keep it easy. We'll do it for Christmas probably because I do love it too, cooking and preparing and doing all the things. It just wasn't feeling the whole prep situation this year. So we ordered it from Bristol Farms. Not a plug, just amazing grocery store that also does an amazing.
Well, kind of a plug. Thank you, Bristol.
Yeah. Thank you, Bristol.
Okay.
But I'm super excited about it. It should be fun.
It's interesting what you're saying. I was thinking about this morning. I knew we were going to be recording this episode, and something feels different this year, at least for me, than years past. And I think for a lot of my life as a kid, certainly, I wanted it just the same as it always was. I have to have all the dishes and I have to have the setup exactly the same because those constant cues and the consistency somehow, there was tradition. It made me feel good. It made me feel safe. I knew what to expect. And I realized when I got older for holidays, I was always in search of recreating the best of what I had. And for some reason this year, I looked at it and I realized, no, it can be different. the holidays this year, not just Thanksgiving, they are going to be different. And while I want to take some of what we have done because they're beautiful, nice moments and I have good memories from a child, I want to get more into creation mode than recreation, because for good and bad, I've recreated so much. And now there's something energetically in me this year where
what do you think that is?
I don't know if it's, everything that's going on in the world. The last 2 weeks, Sharna and I have been talking about this a little bit. I have had so much come up just on a personal level of old responses, old games and patterns that I've played with people. And I have found myself exiting out and tapping out and being like, oh, this is how I normally react. That's not me right now in present time. That's old me. I want to do it differently. I want to show up differently. And part of holidays is really, I want to be as authentically me as possible, just like what we're doing on this podcast. I don't want to do it every other way because that's the way that it's done. I want to do it my way and what feels good.
Right.
I love that.
What about
amazing. I kind of embraced that concept for me maybe 10 years ago or so. Like I really got to a point because holiday meals at home with my parents, they were always kind of the same. There was a bit of tradition to it. It was like, the table was set this way and everybody sat in this spot and we did these things. And over the last 10 years or so, I've really gotten into a place of trying to create my own traditions and my own things and having them be completely unique to my family and my experience of it. And Sharna and I have gotten so good at that the past couple of years of like really embracing these holidays and enjoying them and making them fun and trying to take the stress level out of them and really just making them fun things to do, which is, it's hard. I mean, I think a lot of pressure and stress comes with these holidays because they carry so much weight because there is so much family tradition with them all. And I think at the point when you're starting your own family, you have to know that part of that is creating your own traditions and your own family dynamics and your own ways of doing things. But that's hard to do. Growth. You just talking about growth right now, Randy, like the fact that over the past few weeks, you've been, I made a note of this before when I was pacing around the airport in Paris, waiting for my flight back here. Growth is hard. Growth is not a simple thing. It's not easy to step out of your comfort zone or step into work all the time, but it is. It's constant work. It's constant awareness of what you're doing, how it's affecting the people that are around you. So I just wanted to acknowledge to people that I understand that growth and work on yourself and is hard. And I don't feel like any of the three of us are minimizing that in any way. Like we're genuinely trying to share our own growth experience with people so they realize that it's hard for everyone. We've gone through a lot of it and we have stories to share, but we so appreciate everybody else's stories also. And it's growth. You never know where growth is going to come from. You never know which direction it's going to come from. You never know what conversation is going to bring it. The fact that you and Sharna doing the show while I was out of town sparked something in you. And so then you, Randy, have had these past couple of weeks of a different realization and a different way of looking at things and dealing with things. And you don't necessarily know, you can't pinpoint, oh, this was said and this is the thing that made me think. It could just be sort of a change in energy and mood and conversation around you that kind of spins your brain in a different direction and creates that growth. You never know. God, it's Thanksgiving. This is exactly this to me. It's exciting. Like it's a full circle thing because it's coming back around to, this is what we're in it for. I'm so thankful for the fact that we get to do this. And I have had the growth in my life that I have, and that I've reconnected with you, Randy, and Sharna, baby, I love you. And I love the fact that we get to do this together. Michaela and Blair and everyone up at iHeart. What an amazing, amazing time. And I missed this. I so missed this when I was gone. even though it was only for a few weeks, I'm so happy to be back. I missed you guys so much, and I'm so excited to get back into this. So that is what I'm thankful for. That is my Thanksgiving and scene.
I love you, baby. We're excited to have you back. You were definitely missed.
Brian, I love that you're pacing around the airport making notes. I mean, to me, I'm grateful for that because there are some things. It's funny when I'm not interested, I let things pass by all the time and I don't see them. And I think you both know with this project, I'm so interested and I'm so vested that I'm watching everything and looking at everything and thinking about everything. And to know that you both are as well, and to know that the lovely people on our team that do so much work and work so hard behind the scenes, that we're all in this together. Mm-hmm. I am grateful for that, to be a part of the team. And then also all of you listeners, and I really mean this, I feel like you're here with us. Yes, I don't know each and every one of you, but I feel like we're in this giant container together, mm-hmm. growing together. And the reason why it's easy for me to share, because, some people are like, well, Randy, I mean, do you feel like you have to posture because you're a life coach and you work with clients and, you can't share certain things? And I said, no, the mm-hmm. point is for me to be vulnerable. The point is for me to share that even though I do this day in and day out, I still go through things. That's what allows me to be a student and to stay curious and to learn. I learned from all of you. I learned from all the questions and people who are calling in. And I just feel in this holiday time.
Yeah. We learn from these conversations.
Absolutely. Each and every one. And I feel like at this holiday time, whether it's Thanksgiving or Christmas time or whatever it is you celebrate, there's a lot of pressure. The holidays can be very hard for people. Mm-hmm. It can feel very lonely and very isolating. And hopefully for anyone listening, you have resources. You can always write us for extra resources if you need, but we are all in this together and no one is immune to the pains of growing. And I would just say, it's important to share with people. It's important, we have this outlet, but it's important to acknowledge I'm having a rough time right now where, gosh, I've been triggered and something old is up that I'm working through and it feels uncomfortable, and vocalizing that and saying that is just so very important.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all these little conversations. Doing this show, I walk away constantly and I go, that is a good one. You guys both say such amazing things that excite me. They excite me about living and life, and piss me off because it's like, more growth. Damn it, this is gonna suck. But but I love it and I do it, and it's great.
Sharna, any more puzzles since we last talked, or the puzzle's been put away?
No puzzles.
The puzzle's right in front of me on the table.
Yeah, it's there. It actually never got finished. The last little part of it never got done because I was no longer in a space of needing to kind of hibernate, to go into myself. I'm feeling amazing and excited about the holidays and motivated for the things that are to come. Thanksgiving for me is interesting, right? Because I'm Australian. So I never really connected to this holiday. And I know for some people, it also has a pretty dark history to it. Yes. It's very similar to Australia and Australia Day. And we have a lot of people that don't really celebrate it anymore. For me, I understand both countries, why that is beyond controversial. It's just very dark, right? So not having a history of being American and doing this Thanksgiving thing, we say thanks every night when we have a family dinner. Everyone says 3 things that they're grateful for. But what I do love about this is it's just another opportunity for family to get together. And
it's amazing. Yeah.
For so many years, I was kind of not a loner because I had people. I'd do Friendsgiving and, Friendsmas, sometimes, not all the time, but there were many Thanksgivings that I was alone. And regardless of having an emotional connection to it or not, you really get the sense of, oh, I'm not with people right now, and everyone's sitting around a big table with their family. So I really do connect to those of you that do feel alone in this holiday period of not having your, loved ones around you, or whatever your unique situation may be. I've been there. I've been you. I have spent Christmases alone, birthdays alone, and been very sad, feeling like that was never, ever going to change. And I just want to be that person that lets you know that it can and will change, and that you will be okay and you're not alone in your feelings. I am so grateful that I get to now have a big Thanksgiving with a big family, with all of my bonus babies and my baby and my family and everyone. My mum's here. It is more than I could have ever dreamed to be able to have everyone around one table sharing a meal, which that is significant to me, because when I was a kid, huge family, lots of cousins, and we would all be at my grandma's house, at my nan's house in Wagga Wagga for Christmas. And it was a huge long table, and it was just kids everywhere, and it was chaos, and it was beautiful. So I love celebrations like this, and I'm excited to share in this one, especially excited I don't have to cook the food. And then looking forward to the rest of the year.
Thank you, Bristol Farms.
Thank you, Bristol Farms. And looking forward to the rest of the year, which feels so festive, right? You know, you get into this time of year and it's interesting. People just feel kind of nicer and kinder and more patient a little bit because it's the holidays and it's like, oh, Christmas cheer. And I would love to hope that we can carry that throughout our whole year, because I really love this time when it feels like we're celebrating life more than we normally do. And I wish that we could celebrate life like this all the time.
Yeah, I think right now is a good time to practice. Like, look at anything that you would normally do, like, oh, Christmas, there's a little bit more joy, or maybe you're practicing gratitude around this time of year. Just do it more. Look at this as this is the foundation for what you do for the rest of the year. Because I agree. Why take one day to practice giving or gratitude or joy? That should be hopefully a year-round thing. So this is just a great time to practice setting the foundation.
Yeah. Set that practice and even like introduce it just the once a week. Our kids now love doing gratitude practice at dinner. If we forget and we're sitting there because we got stuff going on, they're all of a sudden they're like, I'm thankful for, and someone just starts it and they, call us back into it. It's so beautiful. And this is like when we first started dating, there were no family dinners. You know what I mean? It wasn't something that happened in the home for at least for a very long time. And so for me, that's something I grew up with. So I wanted to bring that in. And at first there's resistance to sitting down at dinner all together. And then it feels like trying to make it happen is so far away from you.
And then there's pressure too. I remember like when we first started with the gratitude practice, and we would have, we'd go around the table and we'd make everyone say 2 things they were thankful for. And it was like, you could tell just the stress levels would rise. And it was like, oh my God, well, okay, well, I'm thankful for this family. And we had to keep like reminding them, listen, we're going to do this every single night. So you don't have to be thankful for the family every single night. You can be thankful for the little things that happened that day.
That you loved your lunch today, or the sun shone today, or you got to ride your bike today. You're thankful that
your pants felt so like they fit so well when they were on. Like it's those little things.
It's building the skill.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
It's building that, even if it's material. Right. It's just being thankful for something, because it can be easy to go around and spotting what's wrong or what's not right, what didn't go right, what you
honestly,
don't
that's what all of it is. That's what it is we talk about all the time as far as patience and gratitude and caring and being thoughtful. They're all just practiced skills. And even if you don't feel like you have many of them in your life, I'm telling you, if you just on a regular basis start practicing those, you get more and more comfortable with them. And then pretty soon those habits become the norm for you.
And for your kids, your family, right?
Doesn't feel like your first instinct now doesn't mean that it won't feel like your first instinct a month from now, a year from now.
You got to give everyone a chance to get in line, especially kids. They're like, well, I don't want to go do something else. And you're like, no, we're going to do this. And eventually they love the togetherness of it. So if anyone is listening to this and thinking, oh, I'd love to introduce that, just go for it. And even if it's a little uncomfortable in the beginning, or you feel like it's not going anywhere, tough it out. Start with once a week. Just keep going. Add a little bit more, and it does get better.
It just takes time. It just takes consistency.
Tired of spills and stains on your sofa? Wash away your worries with Anabay. Anabay, the only sofa that's machine washable inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly prices. That's right, sofas from only $639. Anabay brings you a no-risk experience with pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and changeable slipcovers made with performance fabric, cloud-like comfort with high-resilience foam, and hypoallergenic featherless down that needs no fluffing. Their steel frame ensures longevity, and you can rearrange the modular pieces anytime. And here's the cherry on top, up to 60% off site-wide. It's backed by a 30-day satisfaction guarantee, so if you're not absolutely in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping or restocking fees. Every penny back. Join the revolution of easy, clean, stylish living with up to 60% off at anabay.com. That's ANABEI.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
Y'all want coffee?
Yeah, an extra hot almond milk mocha latte chino?
We got it black or with milk and sugar.
Oh.
If only everything was as customizable as the TD Cash credit card. It lets you choose how you earn points to help you earn more cashback rewards. It's the Mocha Latte Chino of credit cards. Learn more at td.com/cashcard. TD Bank, unexpectedly human. Restrictions apply. See terms and conditions on tdbank.com or visit a TD Bank store for details regarding the rewards program, rates, fees, and other important information. Credit approval required. Offered by TD Bank N.A.
A spirit of adventure lives inside of us. Nissan's SUVs have the capabilities to transform your spirit of adventure into actual rubber meets the road, into the wild, true blue, real-life adventure. You just need a Nissan and a plan. Or better yet, just a Nissan. You can hop into a Nissan Rogue and discover what comes next. Don't worry, the Nissan Rogue has your back. Class-exclusive Google built-in is your always updating assistant to call on for almost anything. Just climb in and go. No need to connect your phone. Google Assistant, Google Maps, and Google Play Store are built right into the 12.3-inch HD touchscreen infotainment system of the new 2024 Nissan Rogue. No matter where you roam, you'll stay connected to home. Life is one huge adventure, and every day is a little one. No matter if the ride you're on is big or small, a Nissan Rogue, Nissan Pathfinder, or Nissan Armada can elevate your adventure and push your limits to something new. Your next adventure is waiting for you. Get in a Nissan SUV and go. Learn more at nissanusa.com.
So to finish up today's episode, just some fun food questions.
Okay.
Do you all have a favorite holiday dessert?
What is considered a holiday dessert in America? Like for me, it's like
for
pavlova,
Thanksgiving,
but that's.
I don't. Usually, it's like pecan pie, pumpkin pie.
So normally, like pumpkin pie is a thing for me, but I have been on the Randy kick of trying to not eat processed sugar. Like I've really been like refined sugar and all that. Yeah. I do feel better with it.
You've been doing really good with it. A friend of my mum is in town and she makes amazing cheesecakes. So she's going to bring 2 cheesecakes over for us to have for dessert. So I didn't get any pies or anything. I'm not a pie person.
Vegemite pie?
Vegemite? No, that's disgusting. Randy, you've gone too far. You've gone too far.
Randy, have you tried Vegemite?
Oh, no way.
It's one of the worst tasting things I've ever had. It's yeast. It is like actual yeast that has processed and done whatever yeast does. And then you're like, I'm just going to eat that on toast. I don't get it. I don't.
First of all, really yeast is in some of the shit you eat. All right. So don't hate on yeast.
It's an ingredient. It's not the sole ingredient.
It's black tar that
it's a yeast extract. I don't know. I don't know how they came up with it. I understand why people think it's disgusting.
Golly.
Pecan pie, not my vibe. I don't like the flavor of it. Pumpkin is never my flavor with anything. However, I made pumpkin pancakes the other day and they turned out like delicious. I was positively thrilled with those pancakes.
It's just really pumpkin spice, right? It's just spices.
No, this was a can of pureed pumpkin with a bunch of different spices in it. It was an amazing recipe that I just followed and found, and then some apple butter to go with it. But yeah, they were great. That's the only pumpkin flavored thing. I'm not a pumpkin spice latte girl. None of those things work for me. So
watch out for that canned pumpkin, you guys. It works, but it's a lot of sugar.
Oh yeah, there was Randy, the apple butter. Bri didn't actually. He had a little bit of pancake to try it, but he was like, "I'm trying to not." Yeah, bite. Yeah, and then he didn't even do the apple butter, which I definitely put too much sugar in. It was like, oh wow, I'm gonna fly to the moon on this.
Right. Well, here's a good hack. You could just get canned pumpkin straight up, add your own spices, or if you're feeling really pressed for time, just buy pumpkin pie spice from the store add in the pumpkin pie spice, and add maple syrup. You could add honey if you want. I think with pumpkin, usually maple is pretty good.
Yeah.
And it works fine.
To make it into what? A pie? Is that how you make a pie?
Pancakes, pie.
Oh, pancakes as the mix for it. Like, okay, got you.
Yeah.
Ah, all right.
Or you could be Southern and do a sweet potato pie.
Oh, sweet potato. It's just weird to me. Randy, do you have a favorite? You don't do desserts.
Yeah, what do you do for
what
dessert
do you
now?
do?
You just sit and watch everybody else,
With a banana?
and you
Like,
talk about when
what
you were
happens
young
when
and how
everyone
good
else eats
sugar
pie?
used to taste.
I just go, can
Let
I
me
just
smell
smell that? So I used to love pumpkin pie as a kid. Pecan pie, I'm kind of the same. It's usually the gelatinous part of the pecan pie. I don't really care for, and it's so sweet. And a lot of times that is corn syrup. It doesn't have to be high fructose, but it is corn syrup. And again, I just don't. It's just too sweet. So I like pumpkin. The last however many years I can remember, I've made these pumpkin pie bars. So it's sort of like a gluten-free crust, and you just bake it ahead of time like a shortbread crust.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've made pumpkin pie filling, and you cook it up in the oven and then refrigerate. And then if you want, you could do whipped cream. I don't do dairy, so you can whip up coconut cream or maybe some sort of alternative.
Wait, you don't do dairy at all?
Coconut cream's delicious.
So this is probably a whole other episode.
Yeah.
I haven't done dairy for years because of headaches and allergies. I just found that I haven't done well with it. However, I've added in pasture raised butter, which I do well with. If it's a higher butter fat, I do okay with it.
Okay.
And then lately I've been taking colostrum because it
helps.
Have I.
Bry's been doing the
Have
same.
you?
Armra is the company that makes it, and it's the powder, the packets or the scoop.
Unreal.
And it's a game changer. I feel so much better.
Game changer.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
I've watched my daughter go from having maybe a couple headaches a week and a little stomach ache here and there to having no headaches,
none,
and stomach aches.
Wow.
So dessert wise, that's
colostrum
what I
pie is what you're having.
Colostrum pie?
Yeah.
That sounds disgusting.
Yeah. Delicious.
Especially because for me, colostrum is like, before the breast milk. And so I've just experienced this with Zane, like, my colostrum's come in. Like, and now I'm like, oh, colostrum pie. Even when he brought it home, he's like, I'm going to take colostrum. I was like, what do you mean you can take colostrum? Like, how?
Yeah.
But I've been taking it too, and it's amazing.
This is supposed to be a Thanksgiving episode, and now we're talking about colostrum and breast milk.
Listen, that's the beauty of us. You never know what way it's going to go.
Yeah. So in closing, happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Yes.
Thank you for listening to us. We're excited to be back at this again, obviously. I'm so thankful for you two.
Thankful for you, Brian, and you, Sharna.
Thankful for you too. And you,
all
Randy.
of you listeners.
So thankful for all the listeners, for everyone at iHeart that is allowing us to do this and helping us bring this to people. This has been amazing. So happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy
Have an
Thanksgiving.
amazing time. And we will have those resources for you on our Instagram page on @oldishpod, just in case you're feeling like you need a little extra support this holiday season.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone, for listening.
Yes, you guys are amazing. Make sure you guys go and follow us on Instagram at @oldishpod. And you can also go and leave us a message at our own hotline, which is 855-OLDISH-3.
Make sure and write us a review. Leave us 5 stars if you loved it. Leave us 5 stars if you didn't.
We love 5 stars. We love 5 stars.
Yeah.
We like 5 stars.
Yeah. See you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
See you next week, everyone.
For 25 years, Brightview Senior Living has been dedicated to creating an award-winning company culture so residents and families receive best-in-class services. Across our 50 communities, Brightview associates help deliver peace of mind, safety, security, transportation, daily programs, delicious food, and high-quality care if needed. Discover how our vibrant senior living communities can help you live your best life. Visit brightviewseniorliving.com to learn more. Equal housing opportunity.
Does money stress you out? Let Facet flip your financial chaos into clarity.
We feel way more confident and secure in our finances, and with that comes a sense of freedom.
Financial planning from Facet is here to help you improve your life today, tomorrow, and every day after that.
Facet was really the place where we saw all of the tools and the people coming together.
Visit Facet.com, FACET.com to learn more. This ad is sponsored by Facet. Facet Wealth is an SEC registered investment advisor. This is not an offer to buy or sell securities, nor is it investment, legal, or tax advice. These testimonials are from current Facet members who are not compensated. All opinions are their own and not a guarantee of a similar outcome.
Elevate your gifting this year with rare and exceptional bourbons, tequilas, scotch, wine, and champagne with personalized engraving, exceptional glassware, and more. From wines to whiskeys, there's a bottle for everyone. For a limited time, save $20 on your order of $150 plus with code IHEART at ReserveBar.com.